Hey. Yes, please excuse the mess. I was trying to get down on some of these works in progress behind the camera prior to this live, and now I gotta wait for the drying. This one is okay. This one I think still needs to dry a little bit more. And oh God, I have this side to paint. The wonderful world of gesso painting. As you can tell, barely this is, oh, come on, camera. Work with me. So this is supposed to be those word art things they sell at Target. This one was for $5. The price, it varies between $3 to $5, give or take. And for the size, as you can see with my hand, that's quite the steal in my opinion. But I think this one says life is better at the lake. I don't care for big word art things. So if I can, I could also go to like Salvation Army, Goodwill, or whatever and try to look for these. Not all the time, but that's if I remember. So it's not like, oh, I have to go there every week. No, I can't do that. It's a bit out of the way and I tend to forget. Plus, sometimes it gets kind of busy and there are smells. I am sensitive to smells. That sucks. But yeah. And then if you're wondering why this is covered, for some weird reason, the lid cracked. I don't know how I did that. I am not a strong person, or maybe I am, and I am well unaware of my strength and prowess of turning jars, because this freaking thing, there's like a huge crack in here. So I had to cover it with tape. Not to mention, I found out that acrylic gesso can get moldy. I didn't know this. It got moldy in my last jar. Thankfully, it was like already down here when I found out there was some mold and a weird smell. And I checked online, like apparently if you don't take care of your gesso and you leave it open, have it exposed, or you use like water and it's not clean water and you put it in here, mold starts to form and it ruins your gesso. So you have to throw it away. And which I did and replaced it with this one. Yet I have the glorious luck of getting the one cover that decides to crack open. So it's still good. Yeah. Right now I'm just waiting for it to dry. I'm kind of taking it easy today just because I'm a little tired. I had to go through some doctor appointment today. Well, one this week, but yeah, I don't know. Also, maybe I'm a little under the weather because women problems. What else is new? So let's keep it as vague as possible. So, I did mention I was going to do some works in progress, but I'm kind of like, I did a whole bunch of cards yesterday. I made a video on, or a reel on, a bunch of cards, and I did them not in one sitting, but I had some done prior and then I finished them all. They're okay, but they're not, they were okay enough for me to post them, but as a group, not individually. I do have at least 2 that I want to post individually, and then the rest of the 5 or so I made as a group bundle of sorts. And again, why am I sweaty? It's so stupid. And okay. I also wanted to figure out, I finally decided to do a 3-piece card set, but I don't know what to do because these cards, I did some paintings, I did not like them, so I grouped them together and giving these 3 a second chance. I don't know what to do with it yet. So here's the thing, I don't plan. I mentioned this before. I don't plan. Let's just start something and we'll figure something out. Okay, so this is my mindset. So if you want to be those people, I need to be inspired. My husband's like that. He's like, I want to be inspired, so I'll actually draw. If I had to seek out inspiration on every piece of work that I try to do, I'm gonna be dead. I'm not going, I'll never get anything done. If I was inspired every single time I made a painting, drawing, craft, whatever, I'm never gonna get anything done. So I just start doing things. People like to criticize, it depends. Everyone's different. I cannot say it will work for everyone, but for me, you can try it. It's optional. Just start doing something. It can be like gessoing something. It could be failed projects. I have a multitude of failed projects in here amongst the works in progress. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just paint over it. If it has potential and you feel like you want to give it a chance later, you can still keep it. But then if you're like, I'm not going to work on this anytime soon, it's okay to put gesso on it. If you're a bit too attached, okay, whatever works. Just start working on something, okay? Because putting it off, which I have done myself, it's so annoying. So actually, should I actually, if you see this, I can try some of these because I got this like last week and I never got around to working on it. I was going to, and I don't like the packaging, not because of the appearance. It's actually like this kind of nice, but kind of hassle. And I know this is like a very, I don't know about prestigious brand, but I also wanted to test some of these damn things. I also have another set of, well, these are not the same kind, but these are smaller than the tempera paint sticks. I actually like the paint sticks better. Let me get a comparison. Where are you? Okay. All right, so here are the ones I used for that raccoon a while ago. Come on, dang it. Okay, so look how much they give you. And if you're thinking, well, this is just the holder thing, it's look at that. Come on, look at that. How much they give you in tempera paint stick land versus these gelato things. Okay, so I feel like I am a little bit scammed, but we got to see how they work. Okay, let's stop talking. Let's start working on something. So what do I use? I will use the go-tos because I am a creature of habits. So let's open the lipstick. It looks dull. In the lighting, it looks pretty bright, but for me, right now, it looks quite dull. And why is there hair here? Go away. I thought I cleaned you. I say that and I have this. Okay, so it runs smooth. All right. It's like a crayon, a fancy crayon. And what am I going to do with this? I don't know yet. But I figured I can do, I can do some kind of, it doesn't close. What the hell? Oh, because I'm stupid, because I raised it up. I smell. Okay, there we go, you dork. So it feels like a crayon, but a very smooth crayon. Okay, so it's not like super obviously waxy. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, I like this color, this shade better. This one's nice. Also, please do not put this on your lips. That's not a good. Oh, okay. This one does not blend as well, but I think that's what these are for. Okay, so I'm just gonna spread it all out. Spread it all out. Okay. Let's do some dark. I guess it could be a galaxy thing. Okay. I wonder what I'll do with this afterwards. I don't know. But hey, man, I as much as that stupid quote, trust the process, it's there, that you cannot always trust it, especially people who do art things. They think, it's going to turn out well. It's still going to look ugly, like so, but give it a chance. Here's the thing. The downsides of not planning. You're not sure if it's going to turn out the way it is. I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can blend with this. Oh, is this? Oh, this is a soft one. This is a hard one. Okay. Do you wash it? I have no idea. I'll probably try to wash it later and see what happens. I assume so. Okay, so this is ugly. What am I doing with my life? Okay. Once I figure it out, I won't have a problem, in theory. I don't like how this turns out. Maybe this would be good for details, because right now I'm not feeling this very much. Okay, let's try this one. And they leave. I also sent like not just on stories on Instagram, but also as a post. But there's a good chance people are not going to give a crap because I ain't nobody. I don't know who that is. I'm like, yeah, I know how it is. I know I'm a nobody. I know. I don't want to accept it. Okay, so this one, meanwhile, I put it on top of here. I'm sorry, but you can tell by the light there is a sheen, like it's very shiny with the tempera paint sticks. And then with this is the gelatos. It looks more definitely like a crayon. While it does run smooth, not as smooth as this. So this is seriously more like a paint stick. And partial bias, I like this more because not just it runs buttery smooth, it's very versatile, I think, and you can blend it a lot easier with the sticks itself rather than just needing these extra tools. And the coverage is quite decent, I think. It is also covering over these yucky gelatos. I'm sorry. I want to like you. You cost more than these. I think you're like $20 or so. This one was maybe 9 to 12 bucks. Still cheaper than whatever this is. And so I was like, what the hell? I thought, oh, I can go fancy and see how it turns out. And the fancy stuff does not always work out. Sometimes they do. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but y'all need to work better. So okay, let's see what I'm going to start using these instead. So y'all are going to have to take a hike. Okay. Do people still say that? I'm not good with trendy sayings anymore, and I want to keep it that way because I noticed as I got older, reaching my 30s, if you want to know how old I am, too bad. I noticed when people my age were using the trendy internet lingo, internet slang, I noticed it does not sound good as soon as sometime around after 30. You don't sound very cool, and you don't sound cool when you're using slang the older you get, okay? In terms of trying to understand the younger people, like your relatives, your little cousins, and nieces and nephews, whatever, twice, thrice removed. All right, okay, I get that. Oh, this is ugly. I don't like the aquas. They are so... They look like pea soup. Oh, this one's... Why didn't I not see it? Why was I looking? What the hell's wrong with me? Oh, it's cute. Okay, so I was wrong. I think I was complaining about this a while ago. Okay, so let's stop talking. Let's just do this stuff. Cover my mistakes with more foundation. Okay. So this is way faster. And I think I need to put a paper underneath, so I'm not. Oh, this is nice. Where's my ugly papers? I had like a buttload of ugly papers. I don't want to. No, not you. I was prepared, I swear. I have. Where's my paper? Oh, Lord mercy. When I have crappy paper, it's not around. Oh, maybe, no. No, but then when I have a lot of scrap paper when I don't need it. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Please excuse the much yay. Okay, so, nah, this one I don't care for that. It's not needed right now, but I just wanted to see how it goes. This one. Oh, no, let's do pink. Throw in that pink. Oh, this is so much better. Okay. Bless you. Okay, so I think for now, I will let this dry so I can add more layers. I don't have to blend too much. I'm not going to think too hard. Now that I realize I'm going to stick to the tempera paint, I will try it on these cards just to see how they go. I hope they do well when I store them the way I do. Yeah. Overall, those gelatos, I don't like you. But I will have to use you because I gotta, I spent the money. I might as well at some point. But probably not as active as these guys. These were pretty decent. I was surprised they turned out the way they did. I'm going to shove you in here. So that's basically the works in progress right now, only because, yeah, like I mentioned, I'm a little, not under the weather, just tired. That's the best way I could describe it. So here we have two adult coloring books when they were a thing. They had different kinds of things going on, from people of Walmart to flowers, gardens, the beach, psychedelic stuff to very vulgar, weird things. I think there was some with swear words, like they had like F words, this and that. I'm not into that. I don't like word art, like I mentioned, but if you like it, I'm not going to take that away from you. Enjoy it, love it as much as you can. But for me, this is the kind of stuff I like. Complete opposite things. Beauty of Horror and Real Akuma. And so this one, I like the details and the creepiness of it all. And also Halloween is going to be around the corner. Give it a month or two, if not already it is. Real Akuma's, while it doesn't seem detailed, you'd be surprised. What? I am surprised as I speak. Like, oh, that's a lot. And this is the only picture I did. The only thing I colored. I think he is one of my favorite characters because of his little pig nose. Oh, so cute. And my gosh, but this one, I think I had to designate this to like color pencils. I just want to keep it consistent. Do I have crayons? I don't want to look at it. Oh, I do have color pencils. Okay, so I might, I don't know yet. If not, sorry. This one, as you can see here, the lovely spread of dead skulls and carcasses and this dude here, and she's fine. They're just gonna make her dinner. See, it's just spaghetti sauce and bean dip. Who knows? Could be anything. The world is your oyster. And there's just a clown just staring at you with some deep concern as to why his balloons are on the ground. Nothing unusual there. Oh, this one's pretty cool. This would probably take me forever. I'll probably take like a solid year just working on this portion. It's how intense. Like, while I love detail, for me to color all of this is like a whole 360. I don't think I could ever finish that. I also envy this kind of work. I love it, but I cannot. I cannot anymore. I'm kind of old. And so I only did, oh yeah, this is a very few, not that great. I have some later on. Oh, this one I finished finally. I finally finished it, and I had to go to my ye old reliable acrylic paint, so it works. It works. See, it does not even seep into the other side, which I love. However, the the pens, you can see a little, but it's not too much. It's not too bad. This one, this is a little bit questionable, but I was trying, it's similar to this, but I'm adding some green to like this fish thing and the dead arm thing. I will resume this, I think, but I'm just showing you guys before I start coloring, like, oh, I'm wasting time again. Yeah, I know I am. So where's my other stuff? I thought I did more. Not you. Oh, oh, and then you can draw your own things in here if you want. While I want to, I just don't know what to put in there. Sometimes these prompt books don't always, like, oh, I can do something, and then I change my mind. Okay, so I have this one. I think this is why I was kind of, this broke. I'm sad, but it is what it is. So I did this one. I kind of regret using blue. I could have used a more neutral color, but blue it is, I suppose, at the time. I think this might have, oh no, I didn't even finish this one. Yeah, because I got tired. I do like this owl, though. This one's kind of cool. I might actually draw this one. I need to make a note. I might replace this guy here. Sorry. Let me write notes. Owl. Okay, so once I find some level of inspiration, I have to make a note or I will forget. Hopefully I don't lose the note. No guarantee. So around here, I think I got lazy. Like, oh, all this corn. No, thank you. I wasn't too keen with the thing. And then, yeah, I think I tried to go pastel here and it did not work out. Though I should work on this. You know what? I'll work on this now. Why not? Let's. thing is, the dress is kind of plain. I'm going to use paint because I want to. They already use Alice in Wonderland. I use yellow for the hair. I guess I have to use paint at this point. Or I could just use this. Let's use this. So I'm not sure if people use paint. I'm pretty sure they did. This is nothing original. I'm going to assume it's not original. But if I am the first person, it's mine. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Who am I to gatekeep about who does the art? That's silly. Just be nice. People don't like the word nice because it seems very superficial and it's not genuine. I was like, what do you want me to spit in your face? That's not nice either. Just be pleasant. Be polite, okay? And people don't like that. They just want to be all Miss Edgelord, Mr. Edgelord, and, cause a ruckus. And I don't know. I think it's because I'm older and stuff, and I don't want to deal with drama. I've dealt with enough. I don't need more. And no, I'm not left-handed. Okay, so, yeah, the good thing about the acrylic paint, it does not seep onto the other page. Plus the paper, I think it helps that the paper is a little bit thicker than usual paper. That helps so much. So this seriously works in my favor. Okay, so I should probably use that Viridian or blah, 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 the kind of greenish turquoise. Maybe. Where is it? I know, I'm sorry, wine. Like when I mentioned I'm annoying in one of my closing live streams, that's what I mean. Annoying. I said I wasn't going to use green, and then I do it. Actually, I could have drawn on it, but I don't have an idea on what to do. I'm just going to hide it with paint. I mean, mask it with paint. That makes sense, probably. Well, that makes sense. Probably not. I don't want the green to overshadow things. But I do like the advantage of having it blend around, so there is that. Oh, okay. I do like this color it's blending into. That's not bad. Only downside is sometimes you paint over the lines and you might have to draw over it, and I don't have a problem with that. Unless it's super severe, like I paint the entire thing and I don't remember what the pattern was. If you did that happens to you, you probably have to make something up. And that's okay. Stop it. And what is, I think it's because I left my brush in the water too long and it decides to leave its remnants behind. Lovely. Okay, so what can I talk about? I made a list. I always have to make that because I usually don't. Oh, as to why I put 37.2 instead of 38. Oh, God, I've been getting these weird phone calls from Chinese people. And it is Chinese. I know the difference of the language, okay? But stop distracting me. Anyway, so I've been getting, the 37.2. It's not 38 because the last live stream said when I try to rewatch it, I rewatch my things, annoying as that is. I usually don't like it, but it helps me pinpoint if I make problems, if I say things that probably I can remove, and then I set it to private and then put the new version on with all the stuff I cleaned out. It's rare, but it happens. I noticed 37, the last one last week, it's not available. It says so. It turns black when I click on it. It says live stream recording is not available right now. And it's already been like about a week already. It still says the same thing. I could actually go to creator services or whatever, or creative support in YouTube. I could do that, but I don't feel like it. If it happens again, then I may have to. So let's just see how it goes with this one. I was trying to say that, I might not be on here too long, but now that I'm painting, I think I might have to again. But I wasn't even on that long because they mentioned one of the problems is you were on past 12 hours. I'm like, 12 hours? Where'd you get 12 hours? I want 12 hours. Oh, shoot, I'm lucky enough to get 2 hours, all right? So it wasn't that, but for some reason, or did someone report me? I don't know. Shoot. It is possible. There have been people trying to report me, but get very dejected when they find out I'm not monetized. Yeah, I'm not monetized yet because reasons. And so I'm just trying to build this mostly on shorts. And yes, the shorts came back, but it's not the volunteers. It's the sacrifice. I think that one's slightly older, but those are more popular than whatever the heck I'm doing. See, people left already. I will always bring it up. Oh, maybe I'll draw this one too. I don't know. But yeah, when I took a break during the Hawaiian trip and then I resumed mostly my art things. Oh, it did garnered more than back on my Instagram. But then for the most part, it was not garnering as much as the Korean War shorts. Unfortunately, I admit it sucks, but it is what it is. So I figured, hey, editor, you can help me with the shorts again. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. So, yeah, so those are posted. Those are way more way more popular than my work. I admit it. Again, it sucks, but it works, and so it is what it is. And so, yeah, so stick around for those. I was also considering doing some putting shorts of certain highlights of Chinese TV shows I've been watching recently. They're already completed, so hey, and they're on YouTube right now. I think they have their own website or whatever, but they have it available on YouTube right now. So I was watching these TV series from China. They're pretty good. I don't know. I know people like fantasy and being entertained and, the whimsical, the rom-coms and all that crap and the boinking, apparently. I'm going to call it that. But with Chinese dramas, okay, they do have adult situations, but they keep it at a minimum. I don't mind that. I know that people do things. I know. But at the same time, you don't have to have it shoved in our faces all the dang time. We know how it works. I assume we do. But then at the same time, oh shit, I need a smaller brush. Where is it? They're all like, did I use all my small brushes? Shit. I have you. Okay, so with the Chinese dramas, I like that they use just ordinary people. Some are conventionally good looking. Let's not deny that. But for the most part, they look like average people you see on a daily basis. I love that. Okay, I don't know these people, but I like that. Like, what's wrong with having new faces? How many freaking old actors and actresses do we need to keep seeing? We don't need to see them all the time. You can have a cameo, that's fine. But when they're all on there all the time, I'm like, ugh, anymore? And then the younger ones, I have no idea. Here's the other thing. They're just okay. And then we see how they like, oh, goodness gracious. Or they're like, yeah, the typecast is hard on some of these actors and actresses. So I'm like, okie dokie. So I am tired of Western mainstream media. And so I venture outside of that. And no, not just Korean dramas. To be honest, I never watched a full Korean drama yet. Not even The Sound of Your Heart, even though I love it a lot. Not the reboot, the first one. I don't think I finished it. I might have got distracted. And then when I tried to look for it again, it's gone. I was like, damn it. But yeah, I never finished a Korean drama. I finished Korean movies. But my gosh, those are long. Holy crap, 3 hours? When do you use the bathroom? It's a long time. Do you have to wear a diaper? Like, how does that work? So, yeah, a lot of people I know, even my mom, she watches Korean dramas, like, back to back to back. And so I was like, man, I don't know. I tried to watch a little. I was like, it's okay. And I walk away. I think they do laugh at the certain like over dramatized areas and including Subway in their promos. I do find that funny. They must really like Subway. They keep bringing it up in these satire reels or what have you. I'm like, are they that good? These always smell like armpits to me. Maybe they make it better over there. Who knows? Because the sandwiches here for Subway, they always smell like armpit. Anyway, what does this have to do with the 37.2? Well, I just wanted to let you know that I could have this checked by the creator support area, but I don't feel like it. I'm just like, let's just see what happens. If I get this again with this one and future ones, maybe one or two more times, I will then succumb to asking for help. I'm just experimenting. So it's okay if there is a hiccup on the way, because it's going to happen whether I like it or not. I don't know why this looks like Little Mermaid. She's fine. Okay, so yeah. This, I do like the color, and it's giving me like this mauve look. I don't mind it. I'm not too keen on the word mauve, but I do like the color. Just don't tell me to say the name. Okay, now I gotta let it dry a bit, because sometimes when I paint too much, the paint kind of clumps up and lifts off the paper, which is a little bit annoying, but it's gonna happen if you put too much clumpy dumpies on it. Okay, let's give that a break. Where'd you go? Here. 3 minutes already? I didn't even do that much. Well, I did a little, but not a lot. Well, I did say I was going to chill a little bit today. Anything else? Oh, I got a text message from this I got one yesterday, and they kept asking for Miss Chen. And that's not my last name. I'm not even Chinese. Well, by blood a little bit, but that does not have to do with names, okay? But I was like, oh, what are they asking? Okay, so I could translate. So here's the thing, what I do like about Google Translate. Some people don't like it. Yeah, I get it. It does mess around, but it's gotten better compared to like 5 years ago. So I don't clown on it too hard. Oh shit, where is the... Oh, I need to change it. Okay, so... Hello, Google Translate. How are you? Okay, so I showed their number, but they're probably a spam, so I don't care. Hello, Mary. Long time no see. I'm Alex. Do you have time recently? I would like to invite you to go to San Diego to taste the food. My name is not Mary. And sometimes I don't even bother. I just read it, and then I make a comment on stories and then go on my merry way. And these people are still talking to me. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know you. Okay, whatever. I'm like, okay. Okay, so it's just so weird that I get random numbers. And for a while I was like blindly invited into a group chat with is this the same color? No. Oopsie doodle. Let's just... Oh, this is ugly. Sorry. I'm not going to do the same thing over and over. Yes, this is why I don't like using pencils like this the whole time. This is not fun. So, yeah, I get random phone calls and group invites on my texting, not like a social app like Instagram or Twitter or what have you. This is like my text messages, and I got some with like this old guy, and they kept inviting me, and I don't say anything. I just look at it, and I don't laugh at, well, what's the old guy? And they're like having a gathering, like wishing each other happy holidays of whatever. And I was like, oh, that's nice. But they always show the picture of this old guy. And I was like, oh, who's that? But then I didn't want to engage. I just watch and then just, go on my merry way. And for somehow they'd stop messaging, or maybe they realized, who's this number? And then they removed me. So that is also possible. I don't know. So yeah, I get random numbers. And, oh, your data, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, who else hasn't? Okay, nowadays it's easy to have your data lost. But there's not much to gain from mine. A lot of my art is fan art. Have fun with that. La, 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 la. When did I use... What color? I like this. When did I use that? I forgot. Shoot. I forgot what I used. Maybe it's a different kind of pen. I don't remember. Jeez, I suck. That's lame. I actually like the color I used. Past me, what did you use? I don't remember. I think I'll just stick to this coloring book. The other one, I have to dig out my pencils. It's like right there, but it's like under a bunch of crap. I don't know. Maybe next time. Either an impromptu live stream or the one next week. Either or is fine. This one's coming off. What the hell? Ah. Yeah, lately I have been watching the Chinese dramas like I mentioned, but it's like everyday people and they just have shit happen to them. And it's like one thing after another after another. And I like those kinds of stories because that does sound like stuff that would happen to an average person, even though it seems quite outlandish when you watch it as the story progresses. I just like seeing normal people deal with some whack ass shit, basically. See what happens. It's not like super extreme, like it's like MTV reality show esque. It's just something like, there's a what was it? A struggling teacher, a teaching assistant or substitute teacher for hire. He has some hard times with his wife, and he is trying his best to be supportive and caring and nurturing and also a provider, but then he gets a hard time from her. He gets a hard time from his in-laws. They even mention like, you know what? Just let her go. She still looks good. You still look good. Just separate. Go on your merry way. And he takes it with a smile, even if it looks very uncomfortable. Like, how else can he react? He's that nice guy, the nice guy in a way. And yet he does something, and and you can tell in the first episode. This was in the Bad Kids, a Chinese series. I think it's about 12 episodes, give or take, and they show what happens on the very first episode. So if you're curious, just watch the Bad Kids. I don't know the channel. I think it's called Ichi. I forgot. Like IQIYI. Check it out if you want. And they have English subtitles if you click on the caption. So that helps out a lot. It's very interesting. You're always wondering what's going to happen next. I'm not done with it. Actually, I watched it and then I forgot some parts. So I'm rewatching it again. And there's some parts that are so ratchet. Like, what the hell? Oh my God, that bitch. It's like that. And so, and then something happens to them. Like, oh, what happened there? So it keeps you on your toes. And they also have like some kind of cliffhanger, and it's like, oh, and you kind of want to keep watching. I enjoy that kind of feeling when I watch those. The shows here, it just feels like they're trying to lecture me or trying to sell me something, or they try to remind me that the audience, including you, are stupid, but still keep watching, So I'm like, I don't like that atmosphere. I don't like that feeling that I'm talked down to, that I'm an idiot. Everyone is stupid at some point. Accept it. I do. You should too. But when it gets to the point when it leaks into your entertainment, it's quite irritating, Like, you just want to enjoy it and have fun and, oh, what's happening here, Things like that. Not like being reminded that you're a dumbass, all right? I don't think people want to be called a dumbass. I assume we don't want to be called such and pushed into that direction. But it feels like a lot of entertainment kind of pushes us in that direction, like we're that stupid. Like, are we really? I don't think so. Are we? I hope not. Please no. But then you see reels and TikToks and things on YouTube and Reddit, like, oh my Lord, what is this? I just want to get on by but not see this. Oh my God, there's some things online I wish I did not know. You don't want to know? Okay. You're welcome. This purple is too dark. I wanted to keep it all pastel. I might have to go over this with another color. I figured that out after I did that. Thankfully, it's only this area, not like I did a whole bunch. And you know what? This is too dark. I'd be more upset. So I think I can mask it, thankfully. So it's, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to do that. This one's still wet. So the downside about painting is you have to let it set. Skin tone. That is interesting. Do I make everything pale? I mean, I can. It just saves me the trouble not thinking too hard. I mean, I might as well. Or I can make it even paler. And I can. But where did I put paint? Where did you go? Oh no, where did I put it? It's not there anymore. Oh, here. Gosh, I thought I had more of this. I need to remember to get it if I see it. All right. The joys of mixing paint. We are back at it again, ladies and gents. Oh, it's too big. Is this? Not too much. I have to add some. I mean, while I do have like a peach colored milk pen, I don't really trust them as much. I always could do a swatch test, but I want to do some blending involved, so that would be good. Plus, it's kind of like an open space. Not all the details are crammed in like the other areas. So yeah, let's do that. 40 minutes already. Okay. So yeah, the other one I was watching for the Chinese drama, I just finished it, but because they kept jumping back and forth between the current time and the past time, I'm gonna try to watch it again to see how the pieces connect in the story. So yeah, so that's annoying but kind of interesting for enough for me to want to do that. So yeah, it's about this old guy who lost his son, and he's trying to figure out after many years what happened, who was involved, why did this happen, because he was not the best father and husband. He was just always trying to do things for the family while also hurting his family in the process. So and they go back and forth to when his family was around to versus where he is alone and kind of this is the only thing that keeps him going to find out what happened to his family. And so it just goes back and forth between the stories. And the main actor, the old guy, he's pretty good. I was surprised because I've only known him in these weird, funny old TV shows that my husband watched, and he's kind of funny. But at the same time, for him to take a role where it's more serious, and he does have a few moments where he does have pockets of humor, but it's not enough for it to see him as a joke, to see him as the comedy, the comedian, the joke of the story. He's the main character, and so I like that about the show, where it's not too much. They got to throw in some tiny humor here and there, but at the same time, that's not the focus of the story. And he carried himself so well. And it's quite sad how things turned out the way it did. And so after these two dramas, I wanted to see more, but some of them involve the government. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I was trying to watch some other ones that my husband suggested. They get too heavy on the dialogue. And so I get kind of like, but maybe I have to watch it when I'm not doing things like this. Like I'm super distracted. I have to like not be doing art things. The other ones that I mentioned, I was doing some art things, but then when the things got interesting, I stopped. I put everything down and I just kept watching. So I think that's when I know that's a good show. When I'm not drawing and I have to keep looking up or listening, using it as background noise. If it keeps me interested, then I can like, oh, this is a good show. Good enough for me to keep watching. But some people don't like that. I don't know. Everyone's different. It's fine. It's just, they always like the bells and whistles and loud noises and keys shaking in their faces. And so, can we evolve a little bit better than that, please? So yeah, I do enjoy those Chinese shows. They're not dramas. They think they're more like thrillers in a way, or just like a mini series. They're only 12 episodes. Like the one I mentioned with the old guy looking for the killer. This is the long season. I think it's about 12 episodes, but the first half is a little bit slow and it gets confusing. But then as they get to the point where, okay, this is what happened and this is why, like, okay. And then, it starts picking up around 8 or 9. It's kind of, I don't like that, but it made me to want to rewatch it to see how everything goes together. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. And it's a bit sad. Yeah, it's quite sad. I also kind of like the mom, even though she does not have that big of a role, but she tries and she's sick and I feel bad for her. I sympathize because I'm sick too. Oh. But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun watching those shows. And they take place like China, like a small town or a small city, or rather, yeah, just like a small town, borderline countryside. It's similar to where I used to live in China. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't mind that. I don't mind. And so it's so kind of interesting. I was like, your town should have their own, not reality show, but like their own stories. And I bet they do. That would be interesting to see. Like, what? That happened here? Holy shit. Actually, I heard some stories from my husband, and they're quite graphic, so I will not talk about it. But from what he told me, yeah, this kind of stuff that they hear in like the local towns, like they have their stories. They have stories. Oh my God. And the few that I know, that's just a few. They had things going on, so I am intrigued. But there's some stories you don't want to know. You don't want to know. But yeah, I enjoyed watching that stuff a lot more than I thought I would. Because originally when I saw Chinese dramas, it's always like the period, the dynasty things, like like stuff involving Jet Li, like the movies, like what was it called? I forgot the name of that one with Jet Li when he was like a Shaolin monk or some other. But those are still kind of interesting, but at the same time, they can be a bit campy with the obvious wire hanging around and them flying around. But this one's that I was talking about, it's just normal people and shit happens one by one by one. So I like those more because that looks like it's more likely to happen. And that can get scary. Some of them have some scary situations, especially. Okay, so recording not available, Chinese TV series, card art. I did all of those. So I ran out of things to talk about. I should probably recolor those nails. They don't look good. That's too green. Okay. Oh, I color her face. Yeah, I color her face. Also, if you stick around longer than 2 seconds, thank you so much. I seriously appreciate it. No jokes there. I actually appreciate it because sometimes people don't like to hang around. They're like, oh, this has nothing to do with the Korean War. And then they leave. And that's basically it. And I'm like, oh, while I don't get super upset about that stuff, it does leave a pang of, aw, But that's how it works. I gotta go through it. Whether I accept it or not is debatable, but I have to go through it. Actually, some of these characters, I wouldn't mind trying to redraw my own take on it. That would be kind of interesting too. So it's okay to be inspired by other people's work. Just try to have some kind of spin on it, but it depends. If you're tired, like I always am, it's okay to try to copy for practice sake, and you give them credit where credit is due. That's it. And you mentioned that you're practicing. I always have to say that because I know nowadays there's a handful of artists gatekeeping and saying you can't copy. That's there's still people saying that stuff. It's like, just let them have fun. Shut up. Maybe that's why my last video got cut. I don't remember what I said. I forgot. But yeah, I think what I want from this kind of live stream is to encourage others to just start making art. You don't have to be inspired. It's okay to be inspired, but I think that's more optional. Because if you're going to be waiting for inspiration every damn time, you're not going to get anything done. I'm just going to be honest with you, because I can't say that works for everyone, but for me, that ain't going to cut it, because I got shit to do. and I don't want to be waiting for inspiration to hit me over the head. Is this metallic? No. Oh, right. I have these marked acrylic paint pens as well. I can use it. Yay. Okay, so I almost forgot, but they're like right next to me and I'm being a dork. Okay, so where is gray? I need a gray that isn't too dark. Oh, wait. No, maybe I need like a brownish red. Oh, I painted myself because it's going to look weird here. All right. Is this the only one I have? No, wait, there's this. Okay, I think this one will do. Okay, that makes more sense. They're a bit on the neutral dull side, but it kind of works out. Oh, wait, what? I'm trying my best. Or maybe I could put something in here to make it a little bit not as weird. Oh, so these are acrylic paint markers, but unlike the ones like Posca and the other brands that followed like Posca where you have to shake the pen and then you press down extra hard, this one already has the paints already ready to go, ready to be used. It's already there. Like if you notice, I didn't like shake it like a jerk and then that didn't come out right, but I didn't do this and then press down multiple times. Like some of these fools here, like this sucker. Yeah, I don't have to do this if you notice. So what brand was it? Shuttle Art. So this was pretty good. And this was only the pastel. I think they have other ones. I think I'm going to have to buy the other ones because I love that I don't have to shake the damn thing and the paint is already rearing to go. It's no bullshit. I love it. See, I'm not even having to worry too much. And you have two sides. So this one is the brush side, obviously. And then this one is the fine side. It's a little bit nubby, but not too bad. And it's not too pointed. So it's, but if you like extra fine detail, you probably are better off with this brush area, but just press down very lightly to get finer lines, basically. Especially in these areas where you have to make sure you don't draw over those lines because they cover the line work. Yeah, not too bad. So Shuttle Art acrylic paint markers, the dual version, I definitely recommend that. You cut out the bullshit with all this shaking and pressing down and looking questionable. Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? Why do I have to do all that? It's tiring. Whereas this one's, oh, it's already done. Nice. Okay, so this one, you can barely see it. Well, this, do you, or no, I think I have a darker one. Yes, but it's a blue one. I have no choice. I don't really have a black. Oh no. Downside is sometimes this happens. Sorry. So I stick this side and then I'm pretty okay. So if that happens, sorry. There are some downsides. Let's accept it. I think that's what tonsils look like. I should use a reference, but I don't feel like it. And I know it's another shade of pink, and I know I could use another darker shade of red, but no. Yeah, sometimes if some things don't make sense, you have to cram it in yourself. All right, and then, is this dry yet? Okay, so let me see how this works. How dark. It's this color. Oh, yeah, nice. Good to know. Good to know. I swear I did not have this for this color. Well, this one's a little darker, but not by much. It's pretty good. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect in terms of the color. If it's good enough, it's good enough. I'm not that picky. Or I never get anything done. But I do need to cover over this purple. I don't like that darker one. The only downside is, yes, you will cover your lines if you are not very steady of the hand. And as I got older, my hands are not as steady, unfortunately. My old decrepit hands. I'm just kidding. It's not that decrepit, but it's not as great as it used to be. Oh, and this one. What else happened recently? I'm trying to remember. Oh, they all left. This is boring. It's not even her original art. I know. I think while it is boring, I think it's a lot more honest, showing like, this is what I have to put up with, and I get to include you to suffer with me. That's fine. That's fine. And you do have the choice to leave. So, and I also have the choice to complain about it. It's okay. Sheesh. Calm down. Okay, so I'm going to replace the green because that's kind of icky. I don't like that. And I noticed that, yeah, another trendy word is the ick. I'm like, what? You can't use your own words anymore. You have to use like high school / middle school words. And this isn't like from like little kids or middle school age kids. I mean, maybe they are using it, but now it's like into people. Oh, this turned brown. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, it's fine. So the words the ick. I don't like. I'm like. Can you just say ew? And I don't mean the female sheep or you or whatever. It's like, no. What the hell? Okay, so there's that. And I can put lines here. Yeah, this is boring. I think this is why I did not stick to adult coloring books too long. It's this the whole time. It's really, really boring. And I think with me drawing everything from scratch, I am more involved. Whereas coloring, while you are involved, it's just this the whole time. And you're like, okay. Like, that's it. I don't find joy in that. I like making things on my own. Even if it is fan art, I drew it. I drew it. It's not original, but I still drew it. That's fine. Even if it's original work, that's even better. Bless you, my good sir. And so, yeah. I feel a lot more invested and more interested in stuff that I make from scratch. Whereas stuff that's already done, I'm like, it's alright for a while, but I don't expect myself to see doing it long term, especially coloring. Coloring is not my forte in the slightest. It's not. I struggle every time, even though I am coloring right now. I'm like, oh gosh, is this going to work out? Probably not. And I colored it wrong because that's what I do. What else is new? Oh, this one's a little bit dingy, unfortunately. So, dang it. Oh well. But we're already here. Might as well. Okay, almost an hour. I got to wrap things up in a bit. So I didn't do a lot, unfortunately, but I did get more coverage done. So that's good. Good. Anything else? I should add some pink. Pink. I do have like a light blue. Let me see. Hold on. This is a bit too. Will this work? Test. Well, this does go for a shadow effect, kind of. Well, I don't mind shadow effect. I don't mind. Downside is, it's super thin. I'm going to draw over it for sure. Yep, here we go. Other things going on besides stuff and dramas. Oh, there's a character my mom drew. She was just making stuff up and she was drawing on my son's those magnet drawing boards where you can draw things and then you erase it with a swipe of the marker thing on the bottom. And so for some reason she drew something and it looked pretty good. It was a picture of a woman. No idea who it was. She just started drawing something. I liked the style. And I took a picture of it before because my son likes to erase things. So he erased her work. I was like, why did you erase it? But then it was a good thing I took pictures. Do I have a picture of it? Do I have a picture of it? I can only show a little because I am busy. What? No. Where is you? Ah, here it is. So this is what my mom drew. Not bad, right? At least the proportions are there. She has eyes. She has a nose and a mouth and hair. And then I had to fill in the rest. I drew what she has provided on card art. And I put it in one of the group the group card bundle I mentioned, and this is what came out of it. Not bad, right? And so I was all like, hey, maybe I can do that. Like, if you think you cannot draw as well as you think you can, like, hey, man, give it to me. I'll try. And I did not capture the entire style, but I just tweak things here and there. It's not bad. Also, thank you for the like, even though you fled the scene. It's fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, sometimes if I know some people that they keep saying, I can't try, suck at it, you know, first off, no, you don't. I'm just glad you try at all. You don't compare yourself to other people. It's really hard nowadays, especially with social media. But don't get me wrong, I compare myself all the time. I have to just shut that damn part of my brain up. Because if I listen to that all the time, I'm never going to get anything done. I will just assume everyone's bigger and better than me, and they are. But I also have to tell that part, shut the hell up, okay? Just work on something and enjoy it and have a good damn time, all right? So I have to be kind and also a bit strict with myself on how I self-criticize my work. Even though I do criticize myself, people are like, no, don't say that about yourself. I have to be a little strict. Otherwise, I get nothing done and they win. I also keep it, it's not like I take it seriously. Like, they will win. They will be better than me. And maybe that's a subconscious little reminder. Like, you should also try to improve on yourself, but also have fun in the process. And don't beat yourself up too hard. Try your best not to anyway. So yeah, I always have to remind myself to just work on something, keep at it. If it sucks, you have a chance to fix it. Or if it's so bad, just throw it out, do something else, start all over, take a break, whatever puts your mind at ease. Or they win, or you have nothing. Well, no, not nothing, but like, or nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. And even if you started something you don't like it, at least you started something at all. People will see that as that's a waste of time. And to low key it is, but at least you're starting something and you're using some skills to improve on it if you decide to improve on it. So yeah, again, though, that's just what I do. I have to shut that part of my brain up that's overcritical, because I grew up around overcritical environments. And so, but compared to other people, it's not as bad. Not as bad. Some people actually encourage it, but I'm like, that's kind of sick. Be careful with that. You have to keep it between healthy and that's you are you okay? Maybe you need to get that checked. So yeah. Okay, so it's already an hour and 2. So let's see what I have after I do this. Okay, so I did not do a lot because I was yammering on, but I managed to test some materials that I've been meaning to do. I did not like it. Where did I put you? Oh, here. And so because I did not like the Faber-Castell whatever gelatos, like the dark blue here, I succumbed to using the good old tempera paint sticks, which they dried pretty well, though it is a little bit dull. Not what I was looking for, but I can figure something out or just paint it over. I have another chance, but the only problem is it will make the card a little bit thicker, unfortunately. But yeah, this was not supposed to be a test card, but I did it anyway. So I'll figure something out. Hopefully, because I need to use this before to complete my card deck. My lovely card deck. And look, there's Gumi. Way. I can't do, I do it, but not on camera. This is just my deadpan version. Way. Very cute. But yeah, this is what I have so far with the cards. It's, I think, 69 cards. Yes, that glorious number. It's that counter. So where did I put the other one? Oh, I put her here. So goodbye. Nice meeting you. I'm thinking about making a whole full body version of this. That would be actually interesting. So stick around for that if you're curious. And so, yeah, today was pretty productive, even though it did not seem like it. I tested some art supplies I was meaning to do, but got distracted. I actually resumed this thing. You know, I don't like this part. I might have to change it, but hey, it's something. I showed some recommended paint marker brand, Shuttle Art, not so bad. Maybe these colors are a little dull, but if it works, it works. It does not always have to be bright and bold. You can go for more subtle, more neutral tones. Totally fine. And I like these a lot better than the Copic marker, not Copic, well, that too, but the Posca pens. My gosh, those are, and they have diarrhea all over your work when you're not careful. So this saves you so much trouble. But yeah, I at some point I will try to see if I can get the regular primary colors and also the whatever select other stuff I think they also have blues and purples and stuff. That'd be kind of cool to try. So yeah, I think that'll be it for all. I'm going to leave before someone comes in and wonders, hey, what's going on? So thank you for showing up. Much yay. Art therapy for the abnormal and the normal. We can't exclude those guys. I don't know where I fit in, but I'm somewhere in between. And yeah, thank you for having me. Sorry, sir or ma'am, that you showed up, but thank you for coming by. You can leave if you want, and I will see you again. Next week, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, bye-bye.